Lots of people love a capsule wardrobe, but lots of others don't. And I suspect some of you watching right now are not even interested in a capsule wardrobe at all. But let me tell you why you're not. It's because you've never considered a concept that will work for you. This video is all about my capsule wardrobe concept and how it's different than anything else you've ever heard of. Hi there, if we've never met before, then welcome. My name is Lori and I'm so glad to see you. If we have met before, then welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for visiting. Let's get started. Now, most of us, when we hear the words capsule wardrobe, we think minimalism. And rightfully so, because that is the most common mainstream capsule wardrobe concept that we're all exposed to, is that you have to be a minimalist, at least clothing-wise, to have a capsule wardrobe or to even practice a capsule wardrobe concept. That is exactly where the problem lies. Because a capsule wardrobe concept can be absolutely anything you want it to be. There are no capsule wardrobe rules unless they're rules you set for yourself because that's what you want to do. And let me promise you, minimalism is absolutely not required to practice a capsule wardrobe concept, because my capsule wardrobe concept is not based on minimalism. Now, just because I'm not a minimalist doesn't mean I'm a maximalist either. I'm somewhere in the middlest, a middle of the road middlest. And the purpose of my capsule wardrobe concept is simply to wear everything I own so that I make best use of the clothes I already own without going out and mindlessly shopping for things that I don't really need. That's my purpose. As long as you can define your purpose, the purpose you want your wardrobe to serve, then you could develop a concept of a capsule wardrobe that absolutely will serve your purpose. You just gotta know what your purpose is. So let me give you the rundown on what my capsule wardrobe concept is and how it integrates into the rest of my closet as a whole. Now, I admit right up front that I do own a lot of clothing, or what some people consider to be a larger wardrobe. But even though I do own a lot of clothing, I wanna make sure I'm using it all. I wanna make sure I'm wearing everything. I don't want anything in my wardrobe that takes up space, that takes up energy, that takes up anything that doesn't serve me. For something to find its home in my wardrobe, it's got to actually be worn, it's got to be useful, it's got to work for me. But having a little bit larger wardrobe makes it hard to get the best use out of every single thing you own, unless you set out with purpose to accomplish that goal. And that's where my middlest capsule wardrobe concept comes from. Because my middlest capsule wardrobe concept is simply about using everything I own. And the way I do it is by choosing a certain number of clothing pieces to focus my outfits around in 60-day increments. I go into my closet every 60 days and I choose the 10 tops that are seasonally appropriate for that 60-day period that I've worn the least. And sometimes I haven't worn them at all since last year. Sometimes I may have worn them 3 or 4 months ago. Sometimes I might have worn it, 2 weeks ago. But I choose the 10 tops that I've worn the least, that are seasonally appropriate to that 60-day time period, and I pull them. And those are my 10 tops that are the foundation of my capsule wardrobe for the next 60 days. And then I do the same thing with the bottoms. I choose 8 bottoms in my wardrobe that I have worn the least, my least worn pieces that are seasonally appropriate for the next 60 days. And those are the bottoms that I pull to go into my capsule wardrobe. And I bet by this point, you know how I choose the dresses and you know how I choose the layering pieces, right? Because that's what I do. I choose the pieces that I've worn the least to go into my 60-day capsules. And once I've done this, I have a collection of clothing that is going to be the foundation of my outfits for the next 60 days. When I go to get dressed each day, I try to pull a whole outfit from this particular capsule, but if I'm not feeling like wearing a complete outfit from just this limited collection of clothing, today I'll just pull 1 piece, maybe 2 from this limited collection of clothing, and then I go fill out the rest of my outfit from my full closet. And that's why my capsule wardrobe concept of use everything you've got works for me. It's because there really are no limits, right? I don't place limiting rules on myself. I don't like those kind of limits. Like, that's not fun for me. And getting dressed every day should be something you enjoy. And I want to enjoy myself without limits. That's just the kind of woman I am. Once I've chosen the pieces that are gonna make up this 60-day capsule, I place them here on this separate rack. And over that 60-day period, every single day when I go to get dressed, I will pull something from that capsule wardrobe collection. I just choose to start my outfits with these pieces that were once my least worn pieces so that I can meet my wardrobe goals of wearing everything I own on a more regular basis. Now you'll see here that I only have 3 pairs of shoes on my clothing rack. But don't let that 3 pairs of shoes on those shelves mislead you, because I absolutely will pull any pair of shoes I feel like wearing on any given day from my entire collection of shoes. I love shoes and I love bags, and I would absolutely never limit myself in the number of shoes that I could dress from a 60-day period. I just needed the ones that I'm gonna wear the most often in the next 60 days to fill up the 3 shelves for the video, because you don't want to see blank shelves on the video. Now, this simple reframing of where I'm at with my collection of clothing and developing my middlest capsule wardrobe concept that focuses on achieving my goal of wearing everything I own regularly allows me to get dressed every single day with an abundance mindset. I never feel limited in my clothing choices. I absolutely do not operate from a mindset that is based on scarcity. I really do believe that this abundance mindset is something that has been significant in allowing me to get dressed from the same clothes every single day without ever really getting bored or feeling limited or feeling like I can't be creative in creating my outfits. Because seeing my clothing pieces as separate elements of different outfits has led me to be much more creative in putting outfits together. Another really positive aspect that has come from me working from this capsule wardrobe concept is that I can clearly identify pieces that I have in my closet that I do not want to wear anymore for whatever reason, whether it's not my style, whether it's not my size, whether it's just not my vibe anymore. I can very clearly see those pieces, because if any piece in my wardrobe gets consistently passed up every 60 days, one 60-day period after another, after another, after another, after another, it doesn't take too long for me to see that I don't really want to wear that. And that helps me to identify pieces that can go, that I don't have any attachment to, that I don't need taking up space or energy in my closet, that are ready to go be with somebody else. That means I can very easily get rid of all of those pieces without them having to go through my maybe box process. They can go straight to the let it go pile. And I really appreciate that. Another circumstance that I really appreciate about working from this capsule wardrobe concept is that I can pack for any trip really efficiently, knowing I'm prepared for wherever I'm gonna be, as long as I'm going to be in the same season that I've pulled my capsule for. Because when I pack, all I do is take a smaller capsule wardrobe. I just take 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 2 dresses, and 1 or 2 layering pieces, depending on the climate. When you already have double the amount of each of those things pulled, it makes it really easy to identify what you want to take with you when it's time to pack up and travel. Now here's the thing, I don't care who you are. If you're watching this video, you have a capsule wardrobe. We all have a capsule wardrobe, because a capsule wardrobe is simply a collection of clothing that's available to you to dress from each and every day. And we all have some type of a limited collection. Some are smaller, some are larger, but they're all limited in what is available to you to get dressed from each day. That's your capsule wardrobe. The only thing you need to think about is, how do you want your capsule to function for you? Because really, that's all that matters. No one else's concept of what a capsule wardrobe should be or could be matters if it's not what you want for yourself, even mine. So here's what I would love for you to do. Take what you want and what you'd like to use in your own concept of a capsule wardrobe. Tweak it to suit your own goals and make it completely your own. Or just use my concept and make better use of the clothes you already have. Because the thing is, you can't go wrong. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. If you're interested in any of this kind of stuff, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you want to. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter at all, because you have an open invitation to come back and hang out anytime you like. In my next video, I'm going to be creating Pinterest outfits from this very capsule that I have behind me. I hope I see you in that video. If you have a few more minutes today, I'd like to see you in this one here. But if not, don't worry about it. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.